you will find the proudest residents of Annapolis in the James Brice House, the offices of Historic Annapolis. This nonprofit is a collection of storytellers sharing and protecting nearly 400 years of local history. Here, we are going to meet a handful of the dedicated staff preserving the structures that literally shape our view of downtown. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Nina. Welcome.
So nice to see you.
Glad you're here.
Okay, Robert, so we are in your office. What do you do for Historic Annapolis?
So I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer. Historic Annapolis is a nonprofit, 67 years old. We have historians, we have decorative art specialists, we have a store on Main Street, and we are dedicated to being stewards and advocates for preservation.
You're in the blueprints of Annapolis, would you say?
We have lots and lots of history going back to Thomas Jefferson days when Annapolis was our nation's capital. Annapolis is the only city in the colonies that had all of its signers, have their homes here. What's fun for me is to walk by Ram's Head Tavern on West Street and know that Judge Samuel Chase, a signer, lived there. It's great fun for me to walk by Herman Advertising Agency on West Street, knowing that when Congress met here, Thomas Jefferson stayed at a B&B in Judy Herman's office building. You don't have to walk by Man's Tavern where Alexander Hamilton and Ben Franklin stayed.
Wow.
That's a hoot.
That is a hoot.
It is great
Right
fun.
here,
Yeah,
where you live and work. All right, so we are outside in the Paca Gardens, and I am here with one of my favorite people, Miss Karen Brown.
Thank you.
So can you tell me a little bit about what you do specifically for Historic Annapolis?
So I am the Vice President of Preservation for Historic Annapolis. Our mission is to preserve and protect Annapolis's cultural heritage, assets, and stories, and then ultimately to connect people with engaging experiences that help learn more about their culture. Historic Annapolis is the proud steward of 13 historic properties throughout the historic district. We just have a variety of programs, educational programs. We recently had a Young Friends of Annapolis happy hour, a Flew in the Garden, or a sock hop that would attract all sorts of different people, not just local Annapolitans, but out-of-towners.
So there is this beautiful program that I'm aware of in Annapolis, and as you drive down some of the streets, you'll see these colorful plaques all over the place, and I love seeing the different colors.
This is our historic marker program that was established by Historic Annapolis about 50 years ago. It's almost like a blue ribbon for properties and for people who have done a great job maintaining and preserving the integrity of their historic homes.
My first interaction with HA was with you, and it was I wanted to purchase a marker for somebody that was buying a home here. But you made it an experience for me, and you made it an experience for the new residents.
It helps reinforce a deep connection with a place.
The landscape that we know and love in Annapolis, it's largely in part of Historic Annapolis and the great that you have been doing.
Thank you.
You're leaving a great legacy for the people of Annapolis. All right, so we have moved upstairs in the Brice House, and we are joined with Glenn. And can you tell me a little bit about what you do specifically for Historic Annapolis?
I'm a senior historian. I kind of see my job as trying to ensure that the history that we put out to the community, that it's well researched, that it's accurate.
It looks like we are under construction, so we're restoring this space. So do you happen to have any artifacts for us to see?
Yeah, I brought something from our museum collection next door, and I'd be happy to show you what I got.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So in 1765, the English Parliament passes a law called the Stamp Act, and it starts taxing the American colonies. And it's one of the things that really gets American colonists riled up about protecting their rights. It's a tax on printed materials of all kinds, including newspapers. So it's something that really starts the movement towards revolution. So this is a copy of Jonas Green's newspaper. He changes the heading of the newspaper. Normally he just says the Maryland Gazette and the date. Well, now he says the Maryland Gazette expiring in uncertain hopes of a resurrection to life again. And so he's saying in this issue, I am going to shut down my paper altogether rather than pay this hated tax. And down in the corner here, he puts an image. a skull and crossbones. This is called the Death's Head, and it is really a symbol of American liberty. Other American printers are doing the same thing. It's
it caught on. Other people started putting
this. Yeah, it becomes,
on
we might think of it as something going viral. Something like that, I think, helps to get across the power of an artifact. That connects you to the printer, and it starts
a movement, which we all know what the result of that was. Thank you for bringing that. That is really special. So I think locally, I'm starting to see this movement of people wanting to see better together. They want to see collaborative efforts between nonprofits and local businesses. In what way is Historic Annapolis taking part in that theme of better together with another local nonprofit?
So we are part of an organization, a nonprofit called the Four Rivers Heritage Area, and our goal is to have coordination within the heritage area among the museums and the heritage sites. It's South County, it's Annapolis, and it's also London Town.
That's wonderful. It's a good collaborative effort. On your short walk to work, very important people walked that same walk that you do every day. If you get the sense that the walls could talk or the streets, the cobblestone streets could talk, what are they saying to you?
So Annapolis, the city, sort of makes your eyes happy when you walk around because of the Annapolis that we all enjoy was created and maintained by smart people making great ideas and decisions before we got here. I hope that the Historic Annapolis of the 21st century is continuing in that tradition to impact the lifestyle we all enjoy by living here. This is where you want to be.
Thank you, Robert. It's been a pleasure. Annapolis is known for the beautiful architecture, affluent residents, and nautical elements, but there is so much more to this community. A distinctive art scene, new boutiques, and restaurants are shaping the way people live here. Each time I visit, I'm amazed with how seamlessly the historic roots of this town reach to the present. Thank you so much to our sponsor, Home First Title, for making this series possible. Michelle Rains Black, owner of Home First Title, is a native Marylander with an immense love for local. Home First Title is a real estate title company serving the entire state of home buyers. From going under contract on your dream home to getting the keys, you want Home First Title. Don't settle for less. I'm so grateful to Michelle, who believed in this project from day one and is collaborating with us to lift others up. Learn more about how Home First Title can serve you at www.homeFirstTitle.net.